Okay, in this one we're going to talk about function compositions. And so f circle g, or f parenthesis g parenthesis x, reads f composed with g or f of g of x. Either way. And you'll see either of them, f o g of x or f of g of x. They mean the same thing. And so what that means is you are trying to evaluate the function f with respect to the function of g. So meaning you need to find out what the function of g is and substitute it into the function of f. And so here's kind of what we'll start with. F of g of x, that means I'm going to take my f of x function and instead of plugging a number into x, anywhere I see an x, I'm going to plug in g of x. And so g of x is 4 minus x squared. So this would go into there. And so now I just simplify. 4 and 2 becomes 6 minus x squared. So fog of x, or f of g of x, or f composed with g, equals 6 minus x squared. Let's flip it around and do gof, or g of f, or g composed with f. I take g of x, which is equal to 4 minus x squared, and now I'm going to substitute f of x in anywhere I see an x, so right there. So that would be 4 minus x plus 2 squared. And then you have to simplify. Well, x plus 2 squared is really x plus 2 times x plus 2, which is x squared plus 4x plus 4. And there's a negative out in front. So 4 minus that. And so, again, that's going to leave me with a negative x squared. I'm going to write this kind of up here. Negative x squared. And a negative 4x. And then 4 minus 4 is 0. So gof, or g of x, or g composed with f, equals negative x squared minus 4. Now, I'm all about checking my work, and so this is a great way that you can check your work. Let's say I want to know f of g of 2. So instead of x, it's of 2. What that means is I'm going to take 2, plug it in for g, the g of x function, and then when I get that answer, take that answer and plug it into my f of x function. So 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. If I take 0 and I plug it in for x, I get 0 plus 2, which is 2. So f of g of 2 equals 2. To make sure I did my simplification right, I'm going to plug 2 in for x down in my composed function and make sure it also equals 2. Well, 2 squared is 4, and 6 minus 4 is 2. So, yay! Let's try the other one. So in g of f of, we'll stick with the same number, 2. Actually, we'll stick with, we'll pick a different color, we'll do blue. If I plug in 2 here, that means I'm going to evaluate my f function for 2, take that answer, and plug it into my g function. So 2 plus 2 is 4. I'm going to take that 4 and plug it into my g function. 4 squared is 16. 4 minus 16 is negative 12. So if I go down to my simplified function and I plug 2 in for x, so there and there, hopefully I get negative 12. So 2 squared is 4. With a negative out in front makes negative 4. And negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 4 minus 8 is negative 12. Whoops. So again, smiley face, you can always check your work. So you do need to be expected to know how to do both of these. Get the simplified expression and evaluate for some number. If you have any questions, let me know. Goodbye.